You've just seen an audience member respond to multiple-choice question with the results immediately appearing on the screen using the ClassPoint add-in. Here's the setup. The question is in one text box and each of the answers are in separate text boxes. From the ClassPoint ribbon, a multiple-choice type of question was selected and the button added to the screen. Audience members, using their cell data or Wi-Fi, have logged into www.classpoint.app and entered the class code. As soon as the multiple-choice button is pressed, the question appears on the viewer's smartphone, and the timer starts. When the viewer presses Submit, their choices appear on the screen. There are lots of variations and options, but this is a simple demonstration of how it works. Burke used this was to incorporate a pop quiz into his PowerPoint lecture to determine what level of learning had taken place in the previous slide deck. If the quiz showed poor results, Burke could loop back and cover the material again, perhaps with greater depth and insights. One of the innovative ways Burke has used this is on behalf of a client hoping to turn a defunct department store on a site with coastal views into a hotel. The developer had a series of renderings of various hotel designs, including architectural style, number of room, possible street-level retail, and similar options. The planning commissioners were asked to rank, in secret on their smartphones, how much they liked or disliked each of the options. The results were immediately shown on the screen, without revealing how each commissioner voted. By the end of the session, the developer had a pretty good idea of how to move forward with his design. Yes, you might say it was a hotel designed by a committee, but at least he could give his architect some solid guidance on a design that stood a reasonable chance of ultimately being approved. Although ClassPoint is marketed heavily to educators, its feature set maps surprisingly well to business environments. When you look at what it actually does, live polling, quizzes, and audience response, it becomes an engagement layer for any meeting, workshop, or training session that already runs through PowerPoint. For example, employee training and onboarding, compliance and safety training, sales workshops, strategic planning. ClassPoint even has a whiteboard feature for brainstorming. Larger employee meetings or external conferences can also use quizzes and on-the-fly polling to get instant feedback or determine the outcome of a floor vote. By no means is ClassPoint the only add-in for PowerPoint that provides for smartphone interaction, but it also has some features that others don't. For example, you can create an on-screen version of Wheel of Fortune, Pictionary, Jeopardy, Family Feud, and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, with the audience participating from their smartphones.